So let's talk about that actual referral and the quality of the information, which can improve surveillance results. So having full names, aliases, home and work addresses, doctors, clinics that they go to, attorneys that they visit. Why does the surveillance investigator need that? Well, if they're, following the person, they lose them in traffic, they have opportunity to say, you know what, they were headed this direction, and I know that this is a place that they might end up. So, it's a place where they can reconnect and find them again. That's how successful investigators operate. They don't give up. They're very determined in what they do. It's very impressive, actually, reading some of these cases and seeing what the investigator did. They didn't just go home. They said, hey, we're going to pick this up, and I've got a good idea where we can find them again. So if you've already completed the OSINT, the open source intelligence or the social media searches, include that information with your referral, any doctor's appointments, any information you can provide. But if you don't have, the OSINT or the social media, or you want, your vendor's assistance with that, certainly they have the database and resources to get that information as well. Again, it's very helpful to the surveillance investigator. So every piece of information helps the investigator spend less time searching for these people and more time documenting useful activity. And remember, we're not just assigning surveillance, we're giving the investigator a roadmap for success with all of this data that we're providing them. But of course, the reality is we're not always going to have every piece of information listed there, right? But the more intelligence we can gather before the deployment of the investigator, the greater likelihood of success. And it's important to remember surveillance investigators, especially those on our team, are passionate. Like I told you, they want to get results, and they're going to do everything they can to supplement the information they've been provided. So I made this green because this one hits all the marks. We're rarely this lucky to have all this information, but the more we can achieve, the better results we're going to have. And I know that some of you, indicated you've never made a surveillance assignment before. Hopefully this is giving you some insight into what you need to do to make a surveillance assignment. It's a great experience, great outcomes. Not every single one of them is a home run, but we increase our chances and we increase the value of it when we provide this kind of information. The investigator needs to know exactly what activities would be significant if they observe them. What are we looking for? Bending, lifting, carrying, climbing, extended standing. This is the kind of information that when they're doing surveillance, they know how to position their car. They know how to position themselves to see and say, it would be important if I caught them, doing this or doing that, or provided that information to them. So any social media, any, hobbies that they have, any sporting activities. I've been reading surveillance files a lot the past few days, and I've seen so many where they're at sporting events. I even saw a minor league baseball player. It's amazing to me, the claims people have and what they're telling the insurance company, and then the secret life that they're living, in defiance of that, whether it's going on vacation, whether it's, skydiving, swimming, all these activities that, they need somebody to help them, bathe and cook their meals, but yet they can go do all these things. That's what we want to reveal. Those are the ones that we're trying to locate.